Welcome back to the channel, Ultimate Explorers. What if the weirdest places on Earth are hiding secrets that science just can't crack? Our planet is full of natural wonders, but some are so strange, so unlikely, they make you question everything. We're talking about a mountain in Peru that looks like it's been painted by a giant, a volcano that spews rivers of electric blue fire, and entire landscapes of razor-sharp stone. For centuries, we've used geology, chemistry, and physics to try and solve their riddles. But in many cases, the answers are still just out of reach, leaving us with a thrilling sense of mystery. Today, we're journeying to the very edge of what we know. We are counting down 7 of Earth's most bizarre geological wonders that continue to baffle and inspire. From a mountain painted in impossible colors, to a gate of fire that burned for half a century, we're about to explore the beautiful enigmas of our world. Our journey begins high in the Peruvian Andes, at a geological wonder that was hidden from the world until just a few years ago. Known as Vinicunca, or Rainbow Mountain, this stunning landscape features rolling peaks striped with impossible layers of turquoise, lavender, red, and gold. For centuries, it was a secret kept by the mountains, known only to local communities. Then, around 2015, the secret got out. The mystery of Rainbow Mountain is twofold. How did it get these bizarre colors? And where was it hiding? The answer to the second question is startling. It was buried under snow and ice. For centuries, a thick glacial blanket concealed the mountain's vibrant slopes. But as global temperatures rose, the ice melted, revealing the spectacle beneath. The colors themselves are the result of a complex geological history. Over millions of years, different layers of mineral-rich sediment, like iron oxide for red, chlorite for green, and sulfur for yellow, were deposited, compressed, and then pushed sideways by the collision of tectonic plates. This process turned the flat layers of sediment into the vertical stripes that now paint the mountainside, creating a natural masterpiece that was unveiled by our changing climate. Next, we travel to southwestern Turkey, to a landscape so surreal it looks like a frozen fairy tale. This is Pamukkale, which translates to Cotton Castle, a name that perfectly captures the brilliant white cliffs and cascading pools that descend a 600-foot ridge. For thousands of years, this geological wonder has looked like a palace made of clouds, drawing visitors since the time of the ancient Greeks and Romans. The secret to its creation lies deep underground. Pamukkale is home to 17 hot springs that push geothermally heated water to the surface, with temperatures reaching up to 212 degrees Fahrenheit, 100 degrees Celsius. This water is super saturated with calcium carbonate, which it dissolves from the limestone bedrock on its journey upward. As the water spills over the cliffside, it cools and releases carbon dioxide, causing the mineral to precipitate and harden into a soft, jelly-like deposit that eventually solidifies into the gleaming white rock known as travertine. This process, repeated over millennia, has sculpted the breathtaking terraces, stalactites, and turquoise pools that make the site famous. But what makes Pamukkale a true mystery is its deep connection to human history. On top of this natural wonder sits the ruins of Hierapolis, an ancient Greco-Roman spa city founded around the 2nd century BC. People flocked here for millennia, believing the mineral-rich waters had powerful healing properties, and they built a thriving city with grand temples, a massive theater, and an extensive necropolis. Pamukkale isn't just a geological anomaly. It's a place where natural forces inspired a sacred human tradition, blurring the line between a natural wonder and a legendary healing center. From Turkey's Cotton Castle, we travel to East Java, Indonesia, home to a volcano that looks like it belongs on another planet. By day, Kawah Ijen is a stunning sight with a turquoise-colored crater lake that happens to be the largest highly acidic lake in the world. But at night, the volcano reveals its true secret. It spews rivers of electric blue fire, For years, onlookers were mystified, assuming they were seeing a unique kind of blue lava. But the scientific explanation is even more dramatic. The otherworldly glow isn't from the lava itself, but from massive quantities of sulfuric gas escaping from cracks in the volcano at extreme temperatures and pressure. When this gas, heated to over 1,100 degrees Fahrenheit, 600 degrees Celsius, hits the air, it ignites, burning with an intense blue flame that can leap up to 16 feet high. Sometimes the gas condenses into liquid sulfur, which continues to burn as it flows down the mountain, creating the surreal illusion of blue lava flows. This rare phenomenon has only been documented in one other location on Earth, making Kawah Ijen a stunning and dangerous natural wonder. These places are an incredible reminder of how much of our own planet is still a mystery. If you're finding this as fascinating as we are, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss our next trip into the unknown. Some mysteries are born from nature, but others, not so much. Our next stop takes us to the Karakum Desert in Turkmenistan, to a place that earned the ominous nickname, the Door to Hell. Known officially as the Darvaza gas crater, this fiery pit, nearly 230 feet wide and 100 feet deep, burned for more than 50 years. Its story began in 1971 when Soviet engineers were drilling for natural gas. The ground under their rig collapsed, swallowing their equipment and opening a cavern leaking poisonous methane gas. To stop the toxic fumes from spreading, the engineers made a call. They lit it on fire, figuring it would burn off in a few weeks. They were very, very wrong. The crater burned for the next 5 decades, becoming one of history's most mesmerizing and accidental man-made spectacles. For years, it was a bizarre tourist attraction and a serious environmental concern. But the eternal flames of the Door to Hell are finally dying down. Since 2022, Turkmenistan has been actively working to extinguish the fire by drilling new wells to divert the gas flow. By mid-2025, those efforts were declared a success. Satellite data confirmed that the inferno, whose glow was once visible for miles, has been reduced so significantly that only faint flames remain. The closing of the Door to Hell marks the end of a strange chapter in industrial history, leaving behind a scorched landscape and the memory of a half-century fire. Imagine a forest made of stone instead of trees. That's the otherworldly landscape of Tsingy de Bemaraha in Madagascar, a UNESCO World Heritage Site whose name translates to the place where one cannot walk barefoot. And for good reason. This place is a sprawling maze of razor-sharp limestone spires, some soaring over 300 feet into the air. It's a cathedral of stone that's as dangerous as it is beautiful. This incredible landscape was carved over millions of years. It started as a huge limestone plateau made of fossilized coral back in the age of dinosaurs. Over eons, acidic rainwater seeped into the rock, dissolving it along a grid of natural cracks. This erosion process, called karstification, sculpted the plateau into the dense forest of sharp pinnacles, deep canyons, and hidden caves we see today. But the real mystery of Tsingy isn't just how it formed, but the life it supports. Despite looking so hostile, this stone forest is a biodiversity hotspot. The bizarre landscape has created thousands of tiny, isolated ecosystems where unique species evolved in complete seclusion. It's become a fortress for rare and endangered animals, including 11 species of lemur and dozens of reptiles and birds found nowhere else on Earth. Scientists are still finding new species in its hidden crevices, a testament to how life finds a way to thrive in the most improbable places. Not all geological mysteries have to be massive. Our next stop takes us to the calm waters of Tasman Bay in New Zealand for a site that is both simple and deeply weird. Sitting in the shallow water is a huge granite boulder, almost perfectly round, that looks like it was split in half by a giant axe. This is Tokangafa, better known as split apple rock. Geologists figure this clean break is the work of a natural process called ice wedging. The theory goes that water seeped into a tiny crack in the boulder. During an ice age, that water froze, expanded, and acted like a wedge, slowly pushing the crack wider. After countless cycles of freezing and thawing, the pressure finally became too much, and the rock split into the two perfect halves we see today. But science only tells one side of the story. A Maori legend offers a much cooler explanation. The story goes that two gods were fighting over who owned the giant stone. To settle the dispute, they used their divine power to split it clean in half, so each could have a piece. Whether you see it as a fluke of geology or a monument to a mythical brawl, Split Apple Rock is a beautiful paradox, a symbol of division and perfect balance all at once. Our final stop is a place where geology and myth collide, the Giant's Causeway in Northern Ireland. This legendary coastline is made of over 40,000 interlocking basalt columns, most of them perfect hexagons, that form a staircase leading right into the sea. For centuries, people were sure it was built by a giant. According to Irish legend, the giant Finn McCool built the causeway so he could walk to Scotland and fight his rival, Benandonner. The scientific explanation is almost as dramatic. Around 60 million years ago, intense volcanic activity pushed molten lava up through the Earth's crust. As this deep pool of lava cooled and contracted, it fractured into the incredible honeycomb pattern of columns. But for decades, a key question remained. Why did this happen right at sea level, and only here? The accepted theory was that the lava had filled an ancient river valley. However, a new theory has recently turned that idea on its head. A geologist noticed that the older rock on either side of the causeway actually slopes inward, like a cake that has sunk in the middle. This suggests there was no river valley. Instead, the ground itself probably sank just before the eruption, creating a depression that the lava then filled. It would have happened in a matter of days, not millennia. It's an amazing reminder that even at the world's most studied geological sites, new discoveries are still hiding in plain sight. From the painted hills of Peru to the legendary steps of the Giant's Causeway, our planet is full of places that blur the line between science and magic. These wonders are monuments to time and power, and they prove that no matter how much we learn, the Earth will always have more secrets to share. They challenge our understanding, and more importantly, they spark our curiosity. Which of these places blew your mind the most? Are there any other unexplained wonders you think we should cover? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey into the world's most enigmatic landscapes, be sure to like this video and subscribe for more adventures into the unexplained. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the weird festivals you won't believe exist around the world.